Hello, and thank you for tuning into this week's Mayor's Update. As always, we have a lot of important information to share with you here this week, so please feel free to share this video with your friends, family, relatives, and anyone else you think may find this information helpful over the course of the coming week. I want to thank you all for your patience on getting this Mayor's Update out just a little bit later this week. I had some interviews that I was helping conduct for the new executive director of MART last Thursday, and last Friday I was out because I had to help a family member get to a medical appointment. So I wasn't able to film this last week when we would normally film it, but we did want to make sure all of the information did get out to the public, so thank you very much for your patience, and hopefully between now and this coming week when we do the next update, this information helps you as you travel along the city this week. I want to first start by wishing our deepest sympathies to the family members of the 3 patients of Haywood Hospital who passed away from COVID-19 this past week. Since March 1st of 2020, 59 residents of the city of Gardner have passed away from COVID-19, and over the past 2 weeks, we currently have 88 active cases of the COVID-19 virus here in the city of Gardner. So we do want to remind people to please continue to be cognizant and be aware of the different best practices that we've implemented and seen over the past year. Make sure if you are indoors, try to see if you can keep that social distance. Several places in the city are requiring masks on their own. So if you see that in that place, please do wear a mask. There is no general mask mandate over the city right now. But we are asking people to just remain vigilant and remember that the pandemic is still ongoing and COVID-19 is still here. Haywood Hospital does currently have, I believe at the time of this recording, 8 patients in-house. 5 of them are in their intensive care unit, all of whom were not vaccinated before. So we just want people to continue to be aware that yes, things are back open. Yes, we aren't in a shutdown. There is no mask mandate, but we do still want people to be vigilant. So please keep that in mind as you go around the city. I want to thank everyone who participated in our Viewpoint with Dennis Quaid filming last week. Unfortunately, Dennis Quaid was not able to travel to the city, but we did have his production crew out here, and there were several people in the community who came out to the different filming events. We were blown away by the support that we received from the community. So thank you very much. We will be sure to announce when the episode of Viewpoint with Dennis Quaid will air on behalf of the city. That should be sometime, we're expecting, within the next 6 to 8 weeks, but they will give us a 2-week warning before it comes up, so we'll be able to help advertise the date in which that will be broadcasted. And as we said earlier too, the city does retain all full rebroadcasting rights unrestricted for any of the footage that gets included in the commercial and all of the footage that they cut and did not use as a part of that episode as well. So we'll be able to use that for our own marketing purposes. So it'll be great to have the city take part in that as well. So thank you very much to everyone who came out and was filmed for that event. If you go through City Hall in this upcoming month of September, you'll notice a small exhibit on the first floor here in City Hall as part of a project called Project Redemption that our city prevention coordinator, Veronica Patty, has put together. Every picture that is there is a picture of someone who is actively in recovery from addiction, who is helping tell the story to help normalize that people who are in recovery are just regular, normal people. And it's really a sight to see, so we invite everyone to come to City Hall to come and view that exhibit that's here, to be able to just see a different picture of the community, to help normalize that addiction is a disease that several people are going through and it affects everyone, and they're still people in the end. So please do come check that out, and thank you very much to Veronica for being able to put that together in conjunction with the AED Foundation and Alyssa's Place. We also want to thank everyone who took part in our 9/11 memorial ceremony this past weekend. I want to thank in particular former Mayor Dan Kelly for organizing and coordinating that event, as well as Mr. Andrew Boucher and Reverend David Cody, who spoke about their experiences traveling down to Ground Zero and really sharing that firsthand experience about what it was like shortly after the terrorist attack that took place 20 years ago and how they still impact them in their daily lives today. So please feel free to watch that ceremony. It is filmed by the city and should be uploaded soon, we believe. So please do check that out. It really was a moving ceremony. We want to make sure that anyone who wants to see it, who was unable to make it to that event, do get the opportunity to see that. Our paving schedule is moving forward. Crews will be finalizing the sidewalk work on Lovewell Street this week, and Lovewell Street is set to be paved on September 21st currently, barring any weather changes. Water work is still being done over on Pearl Street. They're down by Sapphire Park at this point, and they're going all the way down to Dunn's Park at the intersection of Smith and Pearl. So they will continue down there, and then crews down in the Wickman area will also start to see work being done in that location as well. After they're done with the Wickman and Douglas Road area, they'll move over to a small section of West Street and then move on to Warwick Street after that. We did get our preliminary results from the United States Census for the 2020 census that took place last year. Our city's population actually grew by 5%. So we're hovering around 21,000 and change in terms of our population, with the highest group that saw an increase in the past 10 years being our Hispanic population. So thank you very much to everyone who participated in the 2020 census, and we'll use that into our segue to talk about our upcoming Hispanic Heritage Month Festival that'll take place on the front steps of Gardner City Hall on Wednesday, September 15th at 6 o'clock p.m. It should be a great time for all. There'll be music, Taco Ray will be providing food, and Community Health Connections will also be providing a small pop-up vaccine clinic for anyone who would like to receive the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. We do have Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Pfizer vaccines all available at that event. So if you would like to either come participate in the festival or just come get vaccinated, you'll have the opportunity to do so there as well. This past week, the City Council also voted to change 2 of our polling locations. All residents of Ward 3 will now be voting at the Gardner City Hall Auditorium, and all residents of Ward 5 will be voting at the Polish American Citizens Club located at 121 Kendall Pond Road West. So please be sure to remember that as you go to the polling locations. There is a mass mailer going out to everyone in the city about the changes to the new polling locations and how to register to vote by mail, as that is another mandate that has come down from the state that we are required to allow to have mail-in voting for this upcoming municipal election for November 2nd. So you will be receiving a postcard from the city that has all of that information on it as well shortly. The last thing we want to say is that we will be sharing all of Haywood Hospital's weekly updates on the City Hall Facebook page as well. Several people have asked for that on top of sharing these mayor's updates as well. So we'll be adding that to the rotation on the City Hall Facebook. But please know, if you do have any questions about any Haywood Hospital updates, those have to be directed to Haywood Hospital's Community Relations Department. We do not have those answers here, and there'll be something about that listed in the caption on the post on the city's Facebook. But please do keep an eye out for those as well if you're interested in that information. And then again, one last reminder that there will be vaccines available at the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration that'll take place on September 15th. That's this coming Wednesday at 6 p.m. with all 3 brands of the vaccine available. And for those of you who are watching who may speak Spanish, Community Health Connections va a tener una pequeña clínica al evento del mes de la herencia hispana que vamos a tener aquí a la alcaldía el 15 de septiembre a las 6 de la noche. Nosotros vamos a tener las 3 marcas de la vacuna de Pfizer, Moderna y Johnson & Johnson. So si lo quiere vacunarse, se puede vacunarse a ese evento. Pero that concludes this week's Mayor's Update. If you have any questions on anything that was said here, please be sure to reach out to my office. We're happy to answer those questions at any time. Get out and enjoy some of the different events that we have here in the city. And I'll speak to you on a lot shorter timeline since we are coming out with this update a little later. But until then, I hope you have a great day and enjoy what we have here in the city. Thank you very much.